Making It Work is sponsored by Blue Apron. Click the link in our description to try out their new wellness recipes.
People spend more on small purchases here and there than they do on massive sprees, and that's the problem. I never knew I had a shopping problem until I ended the year 2018 with less than $1,400 in my savings account. It wasn't a surprise, I'd always earned very little. For the first 9 years of working retail, I earned less than $13,000 a year, and for several of those years, I never earned more than $6,500. However, that year I had just started my career as a freelance writer in April. While I had been good at tracking my expenses that year for my taxes, I hadn't actually taken control of my finances, which sort of defeated the point of tracking them. I was watching and then documenting myself spending money, but not doing anything about it. What's more, I realized that I'd earned more in 2018 than I ever had before. The problem wasn't my low income, it was me and my spending habits. I had spent years excusing my lack of money on my minimum wage job, rather than taking responsibility for the role I played in my situation. And so, I decided to quit shopping for a year. Yes, I went hardcore. I was going to end the toxic wormhole of conflating self-love with buying things and start saving money by ceasing shopping for a whole year. I had 3 main goals for what I wanted by the end of the year. 1. Create a 6-month emergency fund. 2. Pay off my high-interest student loan for my master's degree. 3. Start saving money for a deposit on an apartment. Now, I hear what you're thinking. How does someone in a capitalist society give up shopping? Surely I wasn't going to grow all of my food in the sewage pipe attached to my tiny city apartment, right? Well, I had rules. I wasn't allowed to buy anything except the following items. Food. Believe it or not, I can't survive without that. Exercise. Health and fitness have always been very important to me, so I allowed myself to invest in exercise classes or a gym membership. Vitamin B12 and flaxseed oil supplements. I'm vegan, and these are somewhat important for me to take. Renewals. I was allowed to replace things I'd run out of, such as shampoo, toothpaste, makeup that I used daily, moisturizer, sun cream, etc. I was also allowed to fix items of clothing by taking them to a cobbler or seamstress. 1 coffee a week and 1 dinner a month. I had an incredibly unhealthy social life previously. I had to meet someone for coffee around 6 times a week. Though having a lot of friends is a blessing, it's also excessive, both financially and emotionally. To ensure I had a social life of some form, I limited myself to 1 day out a week, and I could eat out once a month. Presents for other people. I wasn't going to be that cheap and eradicate all generosity. Everything else was off limits. I couldn't buy books, clothes, secondhand or new, makeup, apps, art supplies, pins, shoes, that cute little thing I saw in the window that one time, snacks when out and about, nail polish, tickets to the theater or to anything, or alcohol. Yes, no alcohol. Some people confuse no-buy year rules with low-buy rules and minimalism in general. The key difference is that minimalists and low-buy participants aren't barred from buying particular items. They can buy anything they want, just not in excess. Or if they do buy something, they have to let go of an item they already own. Going no-buy in comparison seems pretty extreme. One could argue it may be more worthwhile to set a tight budget once a month that would give more freedom than going cold turkey. But I've always been an all-or-nothing kind of woman, and I wanted to prove to myself that I didn't need things to make myself feel whole. I know, it sounds bizarre, but I did it. I stuck to my guns and didn't spend a penny outside of my rules. In fact, I spent less than I was allowed, only going for a coffee every 2 or 3 months, rather than once a week. By December of 2019, I had earned about $21,130, and I saved a total of $9,550, about 45% of my income. I celebrated by paying off the final part of my master's bank loan, officially 2 years before the due date. Even after paying off my loan, I also ended the year with precisely 6 months' worth of emergency savings. Ultimately, I achieved 2 of my 3 goals. Had I applied my no-buy challenge a couple of years ago, I would have paid off my master's student debt too by 2016, and I would have accrued a 6-month emergency fund by the beginning of 2018. We choose to buy things because they represent the life we're not living, but are yearning to live. I was so unhappy in myself that I bought things to try and make up for it, but none of it made me feel fulfilled, and it certainly didn't keep me financially stable. My no-buy year not only helped me grow financially, but it also helped me appreciate what I have and grow in determination, self-acceptance, and self-respect. I work hard for my money, and I no longer allow the media or society to trick me into thinking I have to spend it elsewhere to be good enough. I am more than good enough, and my future deserves my finances more than any shop or company ever will.
Your financial health is just one part of living a healthy lifestyle, and being intentional with your dollars can help you live better in every aspect of your life. With Blue Apron, healthy home cooking is easier than ever, without sacrificing flavor or variety. Blue Apron does the hard work for you, sending you the high-quality ingredients and step-by-step instructions you need to cook delicious, health-conscious meals for yourself and your loved ones. Every Blue Apron meal kit includes exactly the amount of food you need to cook their delicious meals, no more and no less, helping you cut back on food waste and save money in the long run. Blue Apron's new wellness menu features recipes with fresh produce, whole grains, high-quality proteins, and natural sweeteners. These nutritionist-approved recipes are a complement to Blue Apron's signature menu, giving customers flexibility to choose meals that fit their lifestyles without sacrificing the flavor they know and love. Click the link in our description to check out their new healthy recipes and lock in your next order.